Hey guys, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, video number 81. How's it going? Yeah, so no time to waste here. In this video, we're going to catch the Legendary Golems, is what they're called, but they're also known. I think it's the Reggie, Legendary Reggies, because their names all begin with Reggie. You got the Ice, the Rock, the Steel, and the Gigas. So, yeah, we're gonna do all of that in this video, guys. All of it. All of it! So, as far as, catching them, how I was talking about in the last video, how the Legendary Beast, the Entei, Suicune, Raikou, the process to go about catching them is fairly simple. Basically, you just have to have caught either Lugia or Ho-Oh and have them in your party. These guys, it's a little bit more involved. Sorry. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So what you want to do first, it's like I did, fly over to Route 133. That's really the best place to start from. I mean, you can fly to Pacific Log Town or Route 132, but, Route 133 is a good place to start from. And then just follow the path that I'm following right to this little dive spot. So we're going to use dive here. And there are 3 Pokemon that you will want to have on your team. Well, 2 Pokemon that you'll want to have on your team, and 1 move attack in particular. As you just saw, I do have a Relicanth in my team. I caught that Relicanth while you guys weren't looking. So I have that Relicanth on my team now. You want to have a Relicanth in the first slot of your party, and you want to have a Wailord in the second slot of your party. So you want to come over here and read this little thing. I'm sure some of you know what that says. I don't, but you don't really have to know what it says if you know what you're doing. So yeah, I think they say like what you're supposed to do. Like they give you clues as to what you're supposed to be doing. So in that case, it's kind of useful. But yeah, you want to have Relicanth in the first slot of your party, and Wailord in the 6th slot. So I got Ahab back on my team. And then you want to have a Pokemon who can use Dig, because right here you're going to want to use Dig. And as you can see, using Dig opens up the entrance to another room. This is where I showed you guys who I have. I have Relicanth there in the first slot, Ahab in the last slot, and then I also have Camerupt. Now that's not my, well, it is my Camerupt, but that's not the same Camerupt I've been using. That's not Wednesday. That's actually the Camerupt that was given to me by the Team Magma guy there at the Battle Resort. I didn't want to teach Wednesday or any of the Pokemon on my team Dig. I didn't want to use up that slot. So I put that Camerupt in my team and taught it Dig. It sounded as if doors opened somewhere far away. So you come in here, you go up there and you read that wall, and you saw what just happened. There was like an earthquake and a message that came up saying it sounded like doors opened far away. Now, I'm not quite sure what that sounds like, but apparently that's a very specific sound in the Pokemon world that I'm able to tell what it is. So, anyway, but yeah, that is what happened though. Doors opened somewhere far away. So we are going to go to a place where one of those doors opened right now. Now if I had been smart here, I would have gone to like a Pokemon Center and switched out my Pokemons. Like switched out Relicanth and that Camerupt, at least for, some different Pokemon to have on my team, but I didn't do that. I just went straight from here to the first place. So that's one thing. That's really the first thing you do as far as activating the Legendary Golems. You go in there with the correct Pokemon in the Relicanth and Wailord in the 1st and 6th slots in your team respectively. Oh, I just ran into a Wingull that was flying up here, and somehow Relicanth can float in the air. So you go in there with them in those slots on your team, have a Pokemon that knows Dig, and voila. door opens, and you open the doors that are far away. So the first legendary Reggie that we are going to go after is here on Route 105. So yeah, we're gonna fly to Route 105, just like that. Now each of these, or at least the first three, they each have kind of a little process that you have to go through in order to get them to show up. So I'm gonna kind of go through each of those processes here. Always save the game before going into these caves. So here are at the first cave. If you remember when we came here before, this was just like a big rock in the ocean. It didn't have a door where we could actually go in. So I read the wall there, and now you can hear that the music has been sped up. That's because once you read the wall, you have to stand in that spot and wait for 2 minutes. You just stand there and wait for 2 minutes. Don't do anything. Don't move around. Don't leave. Just stand there and wait. So I sped up the video to 4 times its original speed because that's as much as my software would let me do it. So yeah, I didn't want to, you know, just have 2 minutes go by and nothing. So anyway, stand there for 2 minutes, and once the 2 minutes is up, this happens. You get to go inside this cave door that appears from just, you know, being all patient like that. I go ahead and turn on the capture power level 2. And there is the first legendary Reggie, Reggice. So here we go. And I still have Relicanth up front, which I should have fixed, but I didn't. Oh well. So I've sped up the battles with the legendary Pokemon to 1.5 times their original speed, just because this would have been an extremely long video if I didn't do that. But I didn't do it too because, like I said before, I really don't like speeding up legendary Pokemon battles, just because, well, you know, they're legendary Pokemon, and I feel like they're important. And plus, they usually have like pretty unique music to them when it comes to battling them. So I like for you guys to be able to hear that music. I hear it just fine when I'm playing the game because I'm playing it in regular speed, but you guys who maybe haven't played this game and are just watching this, you know, I like for you guys to hear the music, so hopefully you can kind of get an idea of what the music's about, sped up just 1.5 times. So this Regice is taking a lot. It's taking a lot to bring this guy's HP down, which is actually good because that means that if these moves aren't doing that much damage, that hopefully I'll be able to like get it down to pretty low HP. Oh man, let's see, one more air slash. Dang, another one. Let's do another one. Alright, I think that's enough. Alright, so now we'll start with the dusk balls and just keep throwing dusk balls until it gets caught. I think I mentioned in the last video, it's a good idea to get some kind of status condition on them because that does increase your chances of catching the Pokemon. But the ones that increase the chances the most are sleep and freeze. So if you can somehow get the opposing Pokemon to become frozen, which is very difficult to do, that's good. If you can get it to go to sleep, that's good too. Getting it to go to sleep isn't as difficult, but you know, the thing about that is it can wake up. You know, once it's paralyzed, it's paralyzed. So, even though it doesn't have as good a chance as sleep and freeze, I like to do paralysis just because, you know, it can't wake up or unthaw. and it's fairly easy to do. Well, while we're just here throwing Pokeballs at this thing, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to look at my last question and answer my, or read the answers to the question of the day. So let's see what it says. So my question of, oh, this is different. Why do they always have to change YouTube? My question was, which is your favorite Generation 2 Legendary? Tsunami Wind said, my favorite legend is always going to be Lugia in Gen 2. The legendary beasts are a pain, but out of them I like Entei because it's fire and I like fire type. Uzumaki No says, my favorite Gen 2 legendaries have to be the trio, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. So, yeah, no love for Ho-Oh, but that's okay. I never liked Ho-Oh either. I don't know why. It looked flimsy to me. I don't know why. It didn't look, like, strong. You know, it looked like a Fearow that had just like come back from the beauty parlor. Seriously. So, like when I first saw the episode of the Pokemon anime, the first episode after the whole like Spearow incident and Ash and Pikachu are laying there and he sees the Ho-Oh fly above, I thought it was a Fearow. I literally thought it was a Fearow. But, hey, look, Reggie was caught. I don't know why I said literally thought it was a Fearow. Like I thought it was a Fearow. Wait, do you mean that literally? No, I mean that figuratively. Yeah, I thought it was a Fearow. Okay, guys? Deal with it. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyway, yeah, I never thought Ho-Oh had that great of a look. And, you know, like I said before, when it comes to legendary Pokemon, they're all strong. They're all really strong. So I don't really judge them as far as their stats are, oh, this one's stronger than that one. No, they're all really strong. So when it comes to the legendaries, I basically just, you know, look at the story behind them and their design as far as, like, deciding which ones I like the best. So, yeah. Anyway. We've caught Reggie, so that's 1 down, 3 to go. And in case you're wondering, the other 3, it does include Regigigas. I'm including Regigigas in with these guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fly over here to Rustboro City and visit the Pokemon Center. Gonna deposit Relicanth and Ahab and the Camerupt and get out Wednesday and whichever other ones I deposited in place of Relicanth and Ahab. Kyogre. I don't know who I replaced in place of Relicanth. Anyway, save the game. Yeah, I went into the Pokemon Center, healed, did all of that while you guys weren't looking. Oh. And another thing with Reggice, and I forgot to do this when I caught it, but you want to be sure and nickname it, like when you catch it. Like, try and nickname it when you catch it, that way you don't have to, like, go to the name raider and have it, like, you know, nickname it. I don't know why, but nicknaming it is something that needs to happen in order to get to Regigigas. Like I said, I don't know why that's a rule, but it is. So, anyway, over here to Route 111 now to find the next legendary Reggie, the next legendary Golem. They're called the Legendary Golems, but I don't like to call them that just because there's actually a Pokemon named Golem. What was that? I could have sworn I heard like a voice, and I'm the only one here. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Anyway, okay, so like I said, each one of these Reggies has like a certain process that you have to do in order to get to them. So 1, 2 to the right, and then 1, 2 down, and once you get to this spot right here, have one of your Pokemon use Strength. Isn't that weird? But it works, so I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to say, isn't that weird? And here is Regirock. I'm trying to remember if these... No, I was looking to say, I'm trying to, like, these Pokemon, unlike a lot of the legendary trios that you'll encounter, don't appear like at a specific time of day or a specific day of the week. They just, you know, they're just there. You can go get them one right after the other. I didn't do it that way. I think I actually did it like over the course of like 3 days, just because I didn't want to do it that way. I found myself with some time here and there, so I just did it. And then I put them all together into this one video. So anyway, Regirock got it paralyzed, used Bubble Beam, which is super effective. Oh. Okay then, that was a critical hit. In that case, we'll just go ahead with the Dust Balls. Nope, not today. I'm gonna have fun writing the processes to finding these Pokemon in the description down there. Oh, that was an interesting look at Regirock from the back. It has that same design on the back of his head. Or was that not the back? I can't tell. I thought that was the back, but maybe it's not. Maybe it was just like at an angle that made it seem like it was the back. I don't think it was the back. I knew Strength would be not very effective there, so I figured it would be a good idea to get Umaga in to just chip away a little bit less, a little bit more HP. If I was really smart, what I would have done is like teach one of my Pokemon to like False Swipe or get a Pokemon that knows Hold Back, and you know, use those to come over here and battle these Legendaries, but I'm not that smart, so... In Omega Ruby, it's a lot easier because I have a Pokemon on my team who knows Hold Back. But hey, I caught Regirock, so that's all that matters. Startling discovery that all the rocks were unearthed from different locations. That is quite startling, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're done with Regirock. That was cool. That was fun. So, Reggice on Route 105, Regirock here on Route 111 in the desert. So now the next one on our list is Reggie Steel, who is on Route 120. I flew to Route 120, and seeing where it landed me, and also seeing where the cave is on Route 120, it might actually be a little bit quicker if you fly to Route 121 and then go backwards. Or, like, you know, go west. I don't know if that's true, but it might be. You might want to give it a shot. Ran into all these oddish here in the grass. Oh. I was checking my attacks to see if, like, I would have thought Bug Buzz or Air Slash would have, like, been able to hit all 5 of them at the same time, but apparently not. So I just ran away. I don't want to battle all those. This video is long enough as it is. And also, I don't, like, completely remember where this place is. Here we go. Alrighty, what's going in here? Ancient Tomb. So we'll go up here and read the inscription. And then what you have to do now is find the center of the room. I think they said it was like 5 or 6 steps down from the inscription. I don't remember. But you have to find like the exact center of the room, which I think might be right there. So you get to the center of the room, and then you have one of your Pokemon use Fly. Yes, that's right, Fly. And that opens up the cave. And here we are with the 3rd and final member of the Legendary Golem trio, Reggie Steel. Not the final legendary Reggie, but is the final member of the trio. You got Reggie Gigas. He's like Pirates of the Caribbean 4. You know. Same, you know, kind of concept, but not really part of the trio. Steel type, hard to take down with the bug and flying type Pokemon. That's 2 attacks right there. You see how much damage has been done to the Registeel? That's with, well, 3 attacks now. But oh, tough to take down with the bug flying type. Now we'll go with Bubble Beam. That's like the only one that it didn't say, oh, it's not very effective. But he keeps using Amnesia, which makes his special defense go up, so yeah, his special defense won't go any higher. Send in Umaga. Let's see what Umaga can do. What's that? Oh, see, now I send in Umaga to, you know, use the physical attacks, and now he starts to raise his defense, so much for that idea. I'm afraid to use close combat, because close combat will be super effective, and I don't want to risk knocking the thing out. Close combat, super effective. It does a lot more damage than strength. I think it's got like 120 power, and plus I would have to stab, so it'd be like 180 just because of stab. And then once you throw on the super effectiveness, that comes out to what, 360? So that would be 360 damage on this thing versus, let's see, strength has a damage of 40, but he resists. No, strength has a damage of 80, but he resists it, so it's 40 damage that it's doing. So he's doing 40 damage with strength, or he would do 360 damage with close combat, which is a lot. Anyway, we've got him down to a sliver of his HP, so we're going to go ahead and start throwing Dusk Balls. Apparently that one didn't do any good. Ancient Power, that's really freaking effective on Mayfly. Rock being strong against both Bug and Flying, both of which types is Mayfly. Ancient Power. Power! Oh, come on. Come on. Yes! We're doing good, guys. We're doing really good. Alright, we got Reggie Steel. How about that? Imprisoned by people in ancient times, metal composing its body is thought to be a curious substance that is not of this earth. No, I will not give him a nickname. I'm not required to nickname him, so I will not nickname him. And even though I was required to nickname Regice, I still didn't nickname Regice. So, yeah, that's something I'll have to do before we go after the next one. The name raider is in... Is he in... No, he's not in Lily Cove. He's in Slateport City. Name raider's in Slateport City. And, what you have to do is you have to give Regis a nickname. Doesn't matter what you nickname it. And then you also have to have it hold like an ice-related item, which is weird. But Regis needs to be holding an ice-related item. So the ones that I saw examples of were like the Icy Rock, the Castelia Cone, and the Never Melt Ice. So, yeah, while you guys weren't looking, I did all of that. I think the most easy one to get would be the Icy Rock. All you have to do is go to the Weather Institute. They're on Route 119, and talk to the receptionist, and she'll just give you an Icy Rock, which is really nice. The Castelia Cone I think can be found in the Trick House. They're on, I think it's on Route 110. It's whatever route has the cycling road over it. I think that's Route 110. And the Never Melt Ice, honestly, I don't remember where that one is. But anyway, yeah, make sure your Regice is holding one of those items. When you go to find Regigigas, you need to have Regice, Reggie Rock, and Registeel in your team. And the other thing about catching Regigigas is it won't appear until 24 hours after you catch the last of the 3 Reggies. So when I caught Registeel, I had to wait like a day before I could go and get Regigigas. But you can see I've got all 3 of them on my team. And there's Registeel. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Reggie Rock. And Regice. So you can see he's holding the Icy Rock. I nicknamed him Regis Philbin. I know that's not how you spell Philbin. Philbin is spelled with a PH, but there weren't enough spaces to do it that way, so I did it with an F. I think that's better, to be honest. Maybe Regis Philbin should like legally change his name so it's just spelled with an F. Regis Philbin, if you're watching this, I highly doubt that you are, but if you're watching this, change the spelling of your name from PH to F. It's more hip. So yeah, I got him holding the Icy Rock, which, like I said, you just get it from the receptionist at the Weather Institute on Route 119. Alright, and then after you catch the last of the Reggie trio, you gotta wait 24 hours before you come here. And then Regigigas should appear. Zut, zut! Look at that thing. That thing looks menacing. Even though he looks like he's got parsley on his head, it still looks menacing. That's like the most menacing parsley I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, and this is a pretty long video, right? Well, hey, we're catching 4 legendaries in this video, okay? What'd you expect? I guess it could have been shorter if I had sped up these battles to 2 times speed, but I didn't know. We've got him down to pretty low HP. So we'll go ahead and start using the Dusk Ball. Reggie uses in Headbutt. No! Yeah, I've run out of stuff to say, that's why I'm just being quiet while this battle happens. No, 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 no. Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh. I don't know why I was saying no just then. I was like, do it, do it, do it. Come on, Dusk Ball. Yes. Oh. Yeah, while y'all weren't looking, I also went and bought more Dusk Balls. Yeah, I'll tell you what, these catching, legendary Pokemon can get expensive, because each of these Dusk Balls cost $1,000, and if you use Ultra Balls instead of Dusk Balls, those cost $1,200. So, dang it. Maybe, next time you do some battling, give one of your Pokemon the Amulet Coin to increase the money it gets. Yes! Gotcha! Regice was caught. And Mayfly gained experience like a boss. Like a boss! Like a boss! Grew to level 53. Mayfly is like, I gained experience like a boss. This is an enduring legend that states... Oh, there is an enduring legend that states this Pokemon towed continents with ropes. That's crazy. No. I believe if you're playing Omega Ruby, that the Pokédex description will be different than it is here in Alpha Sapphire. Alright, so that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it for these Pokemon. And that's also it for all the Gen 3 Legendaries that you can at least find in this game. Regigigas is a Gen 4, which is good because we're going to hop into more Gen 4 Legendaries in the next video. We're gonna find the Lake Trio. And I don't know if you're following along with me or if you've probably already done it. But if you haven't, we are going to find the Lake Trio in the next game. All I'm going to say is make sure that you have 3 Pokemon in your party with maximum happiness. There's a person you can visit in Verdant Turf Town who will say something to the effect of, oh, this Pokemon can't love you anymore. And you know that way it has max happiness. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. Bye-bye.